Welcome everyone to Utah League of Legends Battles Season 3, Week Number 1. This game will be BSU versus Dayandseong. I'm MrTree with my co-caster.
Hey everybody, this is Osh. I'm actually the top laner for Team U2Q here in Utah Battles. Just sitting in to cast a couple games here. Looks like we're actually going to have some really interesting matchups.
Alright, so right now as far as we got the picks going on, for BSU we have Shyvana, Draven, Malphite, Orianna, and Taric. Looks like a really solid team. And also for Dayandseong we have Sona, Kennen, Caitlyn, Nunu, and Rumble. And it looks like BSU is actually coming around for some counter jungling early on in this game.
Definitely setting up into a somewhat aggressive position. Looks like they're going to go for this red.
Right. And it doesn't look like Dayandseong wants to actually go for any other kind of aggression. There will be that Caitlyn trap down there, so they should be able to see this red get taken here in just a moment.
Kind of curious why Rumble hasn't come out at this point. It looks like he's probably just waiting for an extra pot, but I honestly think it's probably a lot better if he was with his team and just backed at about the 124 mark.
Yep. Alright, so let's kind of look at where the matchups are sitting right now. So it looks like we have Shyvana jungling and for BSU, and we got Nunu jungling for Team Day. How do you feel about that matchup?
Nunu is one of the strongest counter junglers in the game. Shyvana is one of the strongest counter junglers in the game. This could be very interesting to see who gets ahead early. If they get in just a one-on-one fight, Shyvana should actually win that, especially early. But Nunu does have a lot of mobility, so as long as he doesn't get caught out, it should be actually really interesting to see which way it goes.
Alright, and it would be interesting to see if Nunu decides to go ahead and steal the red buff from BSU after his just got taken by Shyvana.
Definitely.
So
it does look like he did save the smite, so that might be a possibility.
Oh, looks like the lanes are getting mixed up in this one. We got Sona and Caitlyn in mid lane. We got... Oh, this is going to be really interesting. I don't know what to say about this one. Then we got Taric and Draven top lane. Kennen and Malphite duking out bot lane.
Definitely. I didn't even notice, but the support for Team Day actually is running promote, and they're running a triple teleport setup, so it looks like somewhat similar to the CLG setup.
Oh, I haven't seen this play out. This will be interesting to see, really. I'm excited for this game. Nunu, I believe, did go ahead and steal that red buff from BSU.
It looks like he did actually. It's not showing up on my map, but that's alright.
He did manage to take off with that, so that was a good job from him. Now I'm really confused on how these lanes are going to pair up. I guess what their idea is to just push that middle tower as fast as they can, and then just kind of play the roam game after that.
It looks like it. They're being really aggressive. It looks like Nunu's just going straight to push the mid turret as fast as possible. It's actually zoning Orianna really hard.
Gain that early global gold for their team, which should get them a huge lead early on. I know how you complain about your top lanes getting an extra kill above you and causing you a lot of grief. Imagine if they got an extra tower across the map.
Oh, definitely.
Alright. And let's actually see how this Kennen Malphite's working down in bot lane. Kennen looks like he's actually pushing Malphite pretty far into his tower right now.
Yeah, Kennen should have a really good early advantage on that. Kennen has the poke range so that he can just keep Malphite from ever getting his shield passive up, as well as the fact that Malphite really wants to scale off of armor, and when you're going up against an AP like Kennen, that makes it hard to do that.
Alright, and I guess our final lane as far as top lane goes, we got Rumble versus Draven and Taric. It looks like Nunu's coming around for a gank as well. It doesn't look like he's going to make anything happen though, seeing that the damage is just not going to be there early on. Okay, so as far as Rumble versus Taric Draven, I feel like he's just going to have one hell of an uphill battle, really.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to see us at all.
In doing these lane swaps, they're trying to throw off the other team, but in essence, it's actually going to be putting them a little bit behind in the farm department. Orianna's still going to be able to get farm very well. And then bot lane's still a 1v1, whereas Rumble's going to have an incredibly hard time top getting any farm. As you can see in the numbers right now, he has 5 CS versus the Orianna lane. which would be the comparable 1v2 lane, and she's at 12, so she's already double his farm.
And so looks like Nuna's going to be forced to stay down there the whole time. Looks like that tower is just about to go down. One more hit should take it down. They're going to have to wait for one more minion wave to get down there before they can manage to pick it off without risking any lives. I think I would expect to see some lane swaps the second.
Top lane.
Looks like Rumble's getting burst down by Draven. However, Draven does go down as well. First blood going to Rumble.
Yeah.
If I'm correct? Nice.
Yeah.
Rumble doing a real good job getting that first blood.
No. First blood actually did go to Draven.
Did it? Oh, shoot. It showed up first on my...
Yeah, same.
That was odd. Alright, so first blood will go to Draven. Definitely worth the trade of his own life. We'll also let him go back and buy whatever items he needs in order to punish his lane even more.
Definitely. That will help Rumble get a little bit tankier, though, with that kill. Looks like he's going to come back to lane with a Doran Shield and an Amplifying Tome. So he might have an easier time trying to just at least get some CS with Harpoons and take a little bit of that ridiculous amount of damage that Draven's able to put out.
So, seeing that mid turret was taken out from Team Day right now, I feel like they should be swapping, where Rumble's been having such a hard time trying to deal with this duo top lane. Wouldn't you feel like you should have Caitlyn Sona go top to try to fight off that lane while Rumble could go just mid and just farm?
I would definitely think that a swap would be a good potential option, definitely. Rumble's not going to have an easy time, but they're also doing lane swap themselves. It looks like Orianna just headed top herself.
Oh, nice.
So this could be interesting.
Alright, and so as far as the game looks right now, both teams are actually really lacking in wards all around the map, which is a little bit scary, but not really any huge ganks can be done early from Shyvana, so Team Day is a little safer in that aspect, but Nunu on the other hand, it can make ganks happen at all points of the game just due to his slow that he can constantly keep on people.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting how things are set up right now. The way that the map is set up with lane swaps, the only really gankable lane would be Orianna and top by Nunu. Kennen and Malphite both bot are going to be extremely hard to gank, and then having a support and AD carry mid, the lane is just so short that it's going to be very hard for...
Oh, Caitlyn does get stunned by Tarek, and Caitlyn will be able to back off with that disengage of his. Looks like Nuna's trying to make something happen, just taking a little free poke back from Draven. So I feel like Draven's going to have a better laning phase, to be honest, as far as this goes. He just does so much damage, especially once Tarek does hit level 6, and we'll pop that ult for that extra attack damage, and the percent scale off Draven's Q will just allow him just to do incredible amounts of damage that Caitlyn's not going to be able to do anything about.
Definitely, and especially where the Caitlyn Sona lane is down 2 offensive summoners. One's running teleport, one's running promote, so in those 1 or 2v2 engagements, they're just going to be at an incredible disadvantage. They can't really fight this.
Alright, and it looks like Nunu might be coming around for another try on the gank. However, he's just not going to take the long way around, just going to kind of play it safe in case they decide to tower dive at that point. Oh, Caitlyn way out in front, getting drilled by that Draven. Looks like Kennen might be coming around for a gank as well. Shyvana as well. This is going to be a crazy team fight here in just a moment.
Looks like they might be setting up something for Dragon. One thing you have to keep in mind too is Nunu is actually setting himself pretty far behind with all the failed gank attempts. He's actually quite a bit behind in farm. Oh, and top lane, Rumble's getting caught out. Oh, and the shield saves him. The Ignite couldn't quite take him down.
Orianna doing a good job landing her combos right there, pushing him out of lane. We'll give her some free farm and some free damage on this turret. I'm not quite sure if she's going to opt to push it right now or just go for the free farm for the next little bit.
I would think that pushing it down is probably a good idea at this point, where this game is quickly turning into more of a team, going into the team fight phase. Mid turret's already gone down, so equalizing that global gold will actually help, even though they're still in a gold lead just from the farm difference.
Alright, and that top turret will go down. both teams even on those turret kills. Looks like Tarek's diving right underneath the turret. Sona ults. Shyvana jumps in, and Sona will go down to Draven. However, Tarek will go down to Sona. Definitely a good trade, giving the AD carry a kill over giving a support a kill.
Definitely.
And it looks like mid turret is going to go down as well, seeing that Caitlyn's not going to be able to defend this. Malphite ults on Caitlyn. Caitlyn's not going to be able to disengage in time. The Ignite does manage to tick her down. Really smart from Malphite, knowing that he was a huge amount of HP. He could definitely take those few tower hits and just burst her down.
Definitely very well played. And now they're just going to pick up this turret and get even more of a gold advantage.
So it almost looked like those lane swaps didn't quite work out the way they wanted to. Rumble ended up behind Orianna when Orianna finally did switch up to top and just couldn't do anything. And now the AD carries really well farmed. The AP mid's really well farmed, and I mean a lot of just really all the farm in general is just turning out really well for BSU.
Yeah, even look at the jungler difference. Shyvana is so far ahead from Nunu in terms of farm. I mean, it's not even comparable at this point.
And I feel like BSU could go for Dragon right now, seeing that there are two members from Team Day up top lane right now. However, it looks like they are just going to converge up that direction.
I really think a stronger 1v2 pick would have been in order for Team Day if they were trying to run this lane swap comp. I don't think Rumble has the early advantage to be able to do that. Oh,
Orianna managed to pop her ult. Nunu's taking those tower hits, and Shyvana will come down to pick up the kill on Nunu. Caitlyn trying to save Rumble, however, Caitlyn better not get caught out of position right there. Tarek chasing down Sona. And Sona's not in a good position either. We'll have to flash over this wall to get away. And Nunu does get picked up for free. Really no consequences from BSU. And Shyvana being a little greedy there, trying to take out that ward, but will manage to get out of there with her burnout.
I'm surprised we didn't hear applause when that ward went down. Getting used to that lately.
Alright, so still haven't seen a dragon attempt. I figured this would have been taken a long time ago.
Both teams have had vision on it for quite a while now too, so I'm surprised nobody's tried to make a move for it. I think Team Day really needs to secure it to get back a little bit of advantage they had that they want to build. Get rid of the advantage that BSU has, and BSU needs to secure it to make sure that's not an option for Team Day.
Alright, and it looks like Team Day is going to be converging down on the spot lane, possibly try for a gank. However, they will know Nunu is coming down, and everyone's going to be converging on to Dragon. However, it will be a 4v5, seeing that all the members of BSU are down here, and Nunu's going to have to... Actually, does he even have flash? No, he does not actually carry flash, and it looks like all the members of Team Day is going to be taken out by the massive AoE. Draven picking up both those kills, though. That's definitely the player you want the kills to be on. Get him to that late game really quickly, and be able to carry the rest of your team through.
Yeah, this Draven is getting incredibly scary. Let's see how much gold exactly he has in his pocket right now.
Oh, it looks like Malphite's going to pick up the kill on Caitlyn. Caitlyn getting picked up by the Ignite and managed to land that one last auto attack. That Orianna is starting to hit really hard, though. Kennen just took a huge amount of damage just off of one combo. Rumble trying to pick up the kill on Malphite, but Malphite will just back off. Rumble getting overextend, though, and look at that chunk. Oh. Orianna barely missing her ult, though. That would have been the kill right there. However, it looks like we'll both back underneath the turret. Oh. Two more good combos on Orianna would pick up the kills. However, she is and won't be able to keep throwing out those abilities.
Definitely well played by BSU. It was really good initiation and really good focus in those little team fight skirmishes.
Yeah.
And really just Team Day getting caught out where they didn't want to be.
That Nunu just got caught out of position just by a little bit, and he doesn't have flash in order to be able to escape those kinds of predicaments. Alright. So, as far as what I feel like Team Day needs to do, really all they can do is just sit back and play the farm game. Try to defend their turrets and just farm out the game. Try to catch up in the gold disadvantage they have and try to take the next dragon and all the global objectives they can. Since they're already 4,000 gold behind, that's quite a bit early on.
Definitely. They need to get their own jungle warded right now as well, while they still have a little bit of control of it. Because really, BSU at this point is going to start trying to make plays for all of their buffs and try to deny them as much gold as possible. So if you get that ward coverage out, they might be able to catch.
Oh, Orianna landing a good combo on Sona. Sona happened to pop her ult just to get away. However, Draven does pop his ult and almost managed to snipe her off. And it looks like Kennen might get caught out. However, he will be able to dash away. And BSU just has complete control of Team Day's jungle. Nothing they can do about it right now.
Yeah, probably going to just get this blue on top of Orianna's blue that she already has. Really gaining some big advantages in this game. Is starting to snowball out of control in favor of Team BSU.
Alright, and it looks like Rumble is just going to try to stay up top and try to push it as fast as he can. He's not going to be able to get it down fast enough before Tark managed to get up there to try to defend it. However, Tark's not much of a terror to be afraid of.
Yeah, they really need at least a good amount of pressure on this tower. Team Day needs to go for
and
advantage.
Kennen instantly goes down to the Malphite Orianna combo. Both popping their ults to pick up that kill instantly. Looks like Orianna almost gets sniped off by Caitlyn. But they will both just back off. She doesn't quite have the movement speed to catch both those members. Oh, that Malphite and Orianna are both scary champions. I'm actually really surprised that Malphite wasn't banned this game. He's normally a very common ban.
That's an incredibly scary combo. Just being able to put the shield on Malphite, Malphite ults in, you hit Orianna ult. It's an insane amount of damage and CC. Basically spells death for anybody caught in within it.
Alright. And it looks like we have Shyvana and Draven just going to push mid. Three of the members are able to collapse down on this. Draven taking a few too many tower hits though. Looks like they are going to try to do some huge damage to Rumble. Rumble taking a good crit from Draven. Oh, it's so much damage BSU is doing. I just don't know what Team Day is going to be able to do about this. They really don't have anyone that's like incredibly tanky to handle this. Nunu gets caught out of position. Rumble popping his ult. However, Rumble gets way too close. Gets in melee range and will just run into his own death.
Yeah, if Team Day wants to get back into this, they're really going to have to safely ward their own jungle and quit getting caught. Also, they need to rush Aegis as fast as possible because they are getting decimated by the damage of Team BSU.
And it looks like BSU is just going to go for Baron. This is probably going to be uncontested considering that really Team BSU can't even move out of their own tower range even with all 5 members up. So Baron will go down to BSU. Team Day just needs to play it safe. Like you said, just needs to get control of their jungle safely and just farm it out till they can manage to get that late game where things start to equalize a little bit, where those huge gold disadvantages don't really add up to a whole lot later on.
Definitely. If they can stall this, there still is the potential to come back. Team Day does have an incredibly good late game team between the Kennen ult, the Sona ult, the Nunu ult, the Rumble ult. And Kate doesn't scale quite as hard as Draven does, but she still scales decently well. And plus her range mixed with the good initiate they have, she's going to be able to just pepper away with damage and not have any problems staying on targets throughout those team fights, if they can catch back up.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That amazing damage from Orianna and Malphite just decimated them. Nunu managed to pick up the Orianna, shutting her down, but looks like it'll be an ace here in just a moment. Seeing that Malphite Metal pick up the Rumble. Rumble does go down to Malphite. And it looks like Nunu's just about to get caught as well. However, they're not really too greedy for Nunu. Just want to push this tower down. So it will be a 4 for 2.
That was an incredible amount of damage. That wasn't even Team Day getting caught. That was just straight up raw, brutal initiation from them on the tower.
It's like, hey, we have an advantage and we're going to abuse it.
Definitely. What do you think about this Malphite's build?
This Malphite? Oh. I don't know. He's just going really high damage. He realizes he has the advantage and he's going for it.
Exactly the kind of build I see when Malphites are crushing and the damage just starts coming out. Ridiculous. I mean, look at Oriana. She was able to grab a Chalice and then just rush that cap. So their
Oh, it looks like Nunu is going to get caught by Draven and Tarek. Not quite able to land that Sona stun in time to save him. Oh, I'm starting to lose hope for Team Day. They're just...
It's looking pretty bleak at this point.
Alright, but as far as Malphite's build, I really do like the Abyssal Scepter, where he is jumping in there, and it does increase his damage and everything, but it does really help Oriana, where they did reduce that range on Abyssal Scepter. It's not as often you see it on an AP mid nowadays, considering that AP mids want to stay back still to an extent. So he does get that armor pen, which is almost making Oriana do true damage at this point to most of the members of Team Day.
Oh, definitely.
Middle inhibitor will go down.
Especially where he was laning against Cannon early. It's a smart pickup. You can get the magic resist early, have an easier time in lane against an actual counter pick. So.
Draven popping his ult just to farm those minions, trying to push them back as fast as he can so they can go for another push for another inhibitor. To be honest, I don't see this game going much longer. I'm sure they're just going to push in here soon for the win.
At this point, BSU would have to be very, very greedy and do something really stupid to throw this, because where they build advantages, it's very hard for Team Day to attack those advantages at this point. Like the combo.
Yeah, the combo managed to drill down Rumble right away and almost picks up Nunu. Nunu barely able to get out of the way. Kennen trying to make something happen, however he just does not have the damage to be able to take anyone out. Just managed to push them away. And I bet you this will be another inhibitor here in just a moment. Caitlyn getting drilled down by the Oriana and Draven almost instantly. Draven trying to go for another kill, however it is slowed down by the Nunu. Another inhibitor will go down. And where there's already two members down, Rumble just barely coming up. That Nunu ult doing no damage whatsoever to any of the members of BSU. Everyone's trying to pop their ults, but just no lives being taken. The turrets are definitely the MVPs of this fight right now for Team Day.
So many low there, but they know that they can still pressure it.
Alright, and looks like they're going to pick up this last turret. If Team Day can't make something happen here, they're just going to lose the game. It looks like all the members of BSU are just dropping like flies. And the Nexus will go down. BSU winning that game against Team Dayandseong. 20-5 on the kills. Almost double the gold advantage. And they also beat it underneath the 30-minute mark, which will give them 3 points to the season.
Definitely a very good show of an aggressive game from Team BSU. Even against a push strat, they managed to just counter that strategy, push back, take advantages, and crush them within their own bounds. From the 12-minute mark, Team BSU had complete control of the enemy jungle. I mean, that's just sheer domination.
Alright, so that was Utah League of Legends Battles Season 3, Week Number 1. That game was BSU versus Dayandseong. And we'll get on to the next game here in just a moment. So I'll catch you guys in a couple minutes, okay?